Hello, Kathy from Chilled Mama with another one of my videos about my starting solids workshops for anybody who's interested in becoming a facilitator, training to be a facilitator with me so they can deliver these workshops. This one is all about my own experience of weaning because that partly informed what I do, and that's why I'm interested in it, really. My eldest is now 23 and a half, and with her and the next one along, it was purees at 4 months. And I was a good mummy. I did what I told. I did the whole puree it all up, put it in ice cubes, freeze it, give them, introduce one vegetable at a time, start with the vegetables, and all these rules that seemed to be there that I had to follow. And I found it really difficult. I'm going to jump that for a minute. So the next two, so the first two were purees at 4 months. The next two, the health visitors were now saying wait till 6 months. So I waited till 6 months. So now 6 months isn't a new thing. A lot of people go, oh, 6 months must be a new thing. My third child is now 17 and a half. So it has been, the recommendation to wait till around about 6 months has been around for almost 20 years. And it is around about 6 months. It's not 6 months and a dot. The guidelines actually say around 6 months. So for some babies, it will be before 6 months, and some babies it'll be a bit after. It's all about looking for that individual baby and what they're doing and what they're able to, so the signs of readiness are all about the showing that there have been physical changes inside the body that make the baby able to eat, to pick the food up, to get it to their mouth, to deal with it in their mouth, to swallow it and digest it. And that's what the signs are about. So, but it was still, with my third and my fourth, it was still good to start them off with purees. And I think I only did baby rice with my first, because baby rice is disgusting. It's like wallpaper paste. But I'll talk about that in a minute. My youngest, who's now 9 and a half, it was baby-led weaning. And oh my golly, that was so much easier. I loved it, particularly as I already had 4 other children, because I wasn't spending hours feeding him. He was doing it himself, and I could actually eat my own dinner. So personally, I loved it. But I'm aware it's not for everybody. But what I find is that people who do my training and who do the workshop find that they are much more likely to give baby-led weaning a go. They feel more confident. Now, and we discussed the history of weaning. This is a big part of what happens in the training. So you're really aware of some of these attitudes to come from. For example, did you know that the reason that we start with baby rice or baby porridge is because back in the Industrial Revolution, the Victorian age, where women were going to the factory needing to give babies something extra, it was decided it needed to be like breast milk. So it had to be white and bland, because they thought that breast milk had no flavour. They didn't realise that breast milk's flavoured by everything that you eat. So they thought that it had to be bland. But actually, even if you are formula feeding or formula fed your baby, the amniotic fluid is flavoured by what you eat. So babies have had exposure to all these different tastes. And the whole idea that it had to be white is a nonsense. But it does make me think, is this why the rest of the world thinks that British food is very bland? Because that's what we like, because our first exposure to food was not flavourful. It was sap. It's actually called pap. So we just discussed the history of weaning. We discussed the history of the guidelines so that you feel really informed. And the workshops are great because they're non-judgmental. You don't actually, it doesn't matter what your experience of weaning was, because you're not there to tell the parents what to do. The whole of this workshop is to give the parents the opportunities to work it out themselves. what they want to do with their baby. So that's what's a parenting course. You don't need lots of nutrition information. I will give you the basic that you need that's in all the NHS stuff. And then, but it is much more about giving the parents the information about the developmental stage of the baby and how to watch their baby, and also looking at what are the attitude to food as well. So if this resonates with you and you'd like some more information about becoming a starting solids facilitator, I've got a fact sheet I can send to you with more information. And if you are a parent who goes, wow, that sounds really interesting, then do get in touch. I've trained facilitators across the country now, so there might be one near you. Thank you very much. Ta-ra.